Thank you, Matt. Welcome this week to the Driveway Podcast. I love the intro music. Matt, thank you. We're back from Thanksgiving.
It's great to be back.
We have Matt, Natalie, Dave, myself. I'm Elliot. We're a little full.
I was going to say, who's feeling a little sluggish today?
Dave had,
some of us have been full of it for a while.
6 servings of just gravy?
Yeah.
Just gravy. I just drink boats of gravy.
It's just, he's got one of those 2-cup Pyrex measuring cups.
Yeah.
You just,
Quaffs it.
So
the food is just a delivery system for the gravy. That's all it is.
So who did something interesting and fun for Thanksgiving? Matt, where'd you go for Thanksgiving?
We've got some family friends who have the coolest home up in Maine.
Wow.
What's so cool about it?
We've been there a few.
Yeah, let us judge.
Well, I mean, one of the cool things is it's like
Indoor
a half
plumbing
hour from Sugarloaf, which is one of the East Coast's premier ski destinations, which is to say
That's
a solid
cute.
B minus compared to the rest of the country.
Wow.
But it's a barn, right? So he found this barn, I think it was in New Hampshire, and you can hire companies that will disassemble the structure. They mark all the beams and whatnot. And then he had purchased a plot of land on a river in central Maine, truly in the middle of nowhere. I mentioned it to one of our contributors who lives in Maine, and his response was, "Oh wow, that's really in the middle of nowhere." But
which is saying something for Maine.
So they shipped the barn deconstructed to this plot of land and then rebuilt it. And he is he's one of those guys, he's in his early 70s. So naturally he knows how to do everything. And he talked to me, he's like, well, we were able to afford it thanks to the sweat equity. So he put a ton of work into it. I think he basically was the general contractor building up this barn and turning it into a 4-season home. So it's really warm and cozy, this great fireplace. And it is, without a doubt, my favorite place to go watch 12 hours of football and drown in gravy.
Okay. What's the address? I'll be right there.
Yeah. Oh, I'll send it to you.
Dave heard gravy. I was like, okay, I wasn't in.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well,
It's
you
great.
12 hours
gravy.
of football and gravy.
One of the best parts is
I'm in.
it is, it's 4 hours north of Boston.
Okay.
So when it's Thanksgiving here, it is winter there. And it's truly you're being transported into another season.
Yeah.
It's great. It's so cozy.
I know the answer to this, but I'm just checking. It's not early enough that you can go to Sugarloaf and ski, right?
100% it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they making their own snow, or is it just that cold that it snows and it's already has enough?
They're making snow.
Okay.
I mean,
So
they're
are you
getting
skiing?
snow. It snowed there a week before
You're
Thanksgiving.
doing your math.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, because I obviously was looking at the weather leading up to it. And it was snowing a week or 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been skiing Thanksgiving week,
Nice.
not this year, but it's great. Weather, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Weather.
Dave
Crazy.
has no idea what we're talking about because he's been in California for 20 years.
Yeah, Dave,
but-
where were you for things? Did you go anywhere or?
No, we stayed here in LA. That's
Nice.
the beauty. LA is fantastic at Thanksgiving because everyone leaves and you're like, oh, this
That does
is what
sound
it would
nice.
be like if no one else lived here. I can get anywhere in the city in 20 minutes that would normally take 2 hours. It's delightful. I love, and the weather's usually pretty crisp and chilly, but sunny.
Yeah.
I love Thanksgiving in LA.
Oh,
It's
beautiful.
great.
Did you host or did you?
Not even a little bit. Nope. Nope. We just moved to a new house. I'm not hosting people. Are
Yeah.
you kidding? I don't even have furniture. No, we went to my in-laws. My wife is from LA, so we just stay put. We'll come out east for my family for Christmas, but
Perfect.
yeah, we just stay put.
I will say the LA Auto Show being in mid to late November every year. We used to go out more frequently. We didn't physically go out this year, but I do recall just being like, oh, the best part about this show is that it's in LA in mid to late November. The weather is just perfect.
It's delightful.
It's not real weather, but it's perfect.
No, nothing's real out here, but it's still nice.
Natalie, where were you?
Also in Maine, different part of Maine.
Oh, wow, you New Englanders, my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's how it's done.
You guys are all the massholes that they all are like, oh, these guys. They're all
Like,
coming
oh
up.
God,
The
they're
leaf-
descending on the state.
They're leaf peeping.
So the part of Maine where we go is my father-in-law's house that he inherited from my husband's grandfather. Been in the family for a while. We've been going up there for Thanksgiving for a while, and they kindly include my parents, which is awesome.
Nice.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, because
Oh, I
my
love
husband
that.
and I don't have to choose then between, we don't have to do the alternating thing, which
Yeah.
is awesome for us.
I also just want to check in on last episode. You said your husband eats mashed potatoes with what on top?
Gruyere.
I'm trying that.
It's excellent.
tried that.
Yes, he makes them that way.
I mean, that's like a fancy. That's like a fancy version of poutine, basically. It's just like
I guess,
cheese on potatoes that you didn't think of before. You're like, oh, okay.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess
It's
that's
weird
fair.
that
It's like a super bougie
Dave has
poutine.
just made the mental leap of turning one version of a potato into a different version of a potato, and he's right.
Or taking
They are
something
cheese.
French
They
and
are
making it
both-
Canadian.
Yeah, they are both potatoes.
Potato, cheese, and gravy.
Yeah.
And then gravy's going to find its way into it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our spot in Maine is only 2.5 hours north, but
Maine's a big state.
yeah,
And
it
there's a
is.
lot of Maine that is very empty.
it is.
And someone was saying that per capita, it has the lowest rate of houses with indoor toilets. In the entire
That's-
country.
I had not heard
That's
that.
a wild stat.
We actually,
Which, like, think what it's up against. Like, Alaska or Alabama,
we have a
Not to
good number
generalize,
of
but-
toilets, thank goodness.
I-
My father-in-law's been doing a lot of work in that
You guys are
house. and-
skewing.
Feels hard
You're throwing the
there, I
curve.
mean, there's some fascinating trivia about Maine. It has more coastline than the rest of the East Coast combined because of all
A
the
lot of
like
ins and
outs.
inlets and
Yeah.
the very craggy
Whoa.
coastline.
I learned that
Yeah.
from Craig Fitzgerald.
Wait, the rest of the entire East Coast
That's
of
right.
the U.S.?
from
That's insane. That
New
can't be
Hampshire
right.
to Florida.
That can't be right.
Somebody's going to need to fact check.
I think that's awesome, but I don't.
If you're hearing that fact and don't believe it, comment in and tell Matt he's wrong.
Yeah.
Stupidity.
There's some other interesting Maine facts. Apparently, so I can't remember which outlet it is, but somebody tallies up all of the liquor sales in the state of Maine every year, and like a size bottle is its own entry, so you can't just have like Smirnoff as number one. Like it would be like a liter of Smirnoff versus like the smaller. Allen's coffee flavored brandy has held 3 of the top 10 spots for many years running.
What?
Yeah. They're crazy about their coffee flavored brandy.
Natalie, when you were home for Thanksgiving, did you have this coffee flavored brandy?
I've never even heard of
You
this
need-
coffee.
you need to
never
talk to
had
your
it.
family.
I've never had it, but
I've never heard of it. Also, why aren't people just buying? Well, I guess we drive through New Hampshire on our way, so we're just buying our liquor there.
yeah, we don't all
Well.
go through to it. Some of them live there. It's vacation land, but not for all of them.
By the way, I stand corrected. I looked up per capita rates of indoor plumbing.
Is it
That's what I do.
Alaska?
It is Alaska by
That
actually quite a
makes
bit. So
sense.
my apologies. Maine is second place, but
Sorry,
Alaska
Maine, yeah.
definitely is.
Well, that's interesting. So we're bookended by outdoor plumbing.
And that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
east and west.
Well, for everyone that was
looking at other
asking,
facts of
I
Maine.
went to
Oh, yeah,
Pennsylvania.
Elliot, where'd you go?
Went to my parents'
Oh,
house.
yeah,
in
Elliot.
Pennsylvania,
To the
and-
tuna?
And my in-laws came for Thanksgiving as well.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so
I
similar
love
kind
that.
of combined parents.
I think
They
that's
got to
so
see the
kind.
grandkids,
Yeah.
any chance they get.
That's so nice.
We have very little crossover in my family.
Well, you're
must be
closer, so you
difficult.
see them more often.
No, that's not true.
I also want to tie this in real quick. This house in Maine is where we keep 2 of our cars in our fleet.
is this a
so-
car podcast?
Which two? Which
Yeah.
two?
I should have
podcast?
said that to begin
This was
with.
our tight 10 on Thanksgiving.
Wow. Okay. So what cars are up there?
The Fairlane.
Oh.
Sorry, Falcon. Oh my
Yes.
God.
No, it's okay.
The Falcon and the Faux MG, which is really a Beetle.
Wow.
Now, what's interesting, the
right.
Falcon,
Wait, the faux MG is a Beetle?
MG
Yeah.
in the United States, and the VW Beetle, for that matter, all 3 of those cars discontinued.
Accurate. Yes.
Did you know
Oh,
he's
wow,
the-
Matt, look at this
Matt's
segue.
the king of
My
the
goodness.
segue.
Yeah. I wonder how could that dovetail so cleanly into the topic of the day? Elliot, may we?
Somehow we got there, but let's do it. We're talking about cars that are being discontinued.
Wow.
This year
2026.
for 2026.
How fortuitous. It's almost like we planned that.
Wow.
I assure you, we did not.
We did
Had
not.
we would have got
planned
there
very
sooner.
little.
Don't come listening to this podcast if you want to know every single car that's being discontinued in 2026. But if you want to know maybe some of the more surprising ones
Yeah.
or shocking or upsetting or dare I say like completely understandable, how did it last this long? Though that's what we're going to be talking about today.
That's a great intro to that, Matt. Why don't you start? What is your what car are you going to bring to the table that you are something about?
I would say that this one, this sits in the middle of the I'm sad about it and I understand why Venn diagram, and it is the Acura TLX. So I don't know anybody who bought this car.
Neither do I.
I described
Actually,
it.
I followed one into the office today in work, driving into work. It was the first time I had seen one in
it's a
a very long time.
it's a good looking car.
Yes.
It's a good vehicle to drive in both its kind of base spec and the like up powered S type spec. I think it. I think it looks really good. I do think it is a bit of, well, it's like the opposite of a Goldilocks car, where it's the size of a 5 Series, but on the inside it has about the space of a 3 Series. So it's not the most economical.
It's the opposite of the Accord. Then.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little tight on the inside.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Because I was looking at this list and I remember the TLX, so I watched a little bit of your review for it, and
It was very cold.
what you say in the outro, quote, I'm quoting, "It looks to me that this may be Acura's Goldilocks bargain play."
Oh, yeah.
So you actually called it exactly a Goldilocks play.
Well-
but you're talking about money there.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny. I was like, wait a minute. Did
I
you
love
mention
remembering
Goldilocks?
things Matt said.
It's not. I mean, it's more. It's obviously it's more expensive than an Accord.
Yeah.
but it's not. You're not paying BMW money for it.
Yeah, you say it's priced alongside a comparable sedan, but it's sized more closely to a mid-size sedan.
On the outside.
Right.
That was
right.
always its approach. Yeah, that was always its MO.
Yeah.
Of you've got, near performance, near luxury. I thought it looks great because it has that
honestly-
long hood, even though it's front wheel drive or all wheel drive.
I would argue that the Type S is a bit of a sleeper.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
on paper, and you look at the horsepower figures, it's like I wrote them down, 355 horsepower, 354 pound-feet of torque. And you're like, oh,
That's good.
that's not bad. It's not like, it's not like an M3, but it's 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, and it hauls. Like, it feels like you're moving so much faster than that.
Yeah.
The all-wheel drive system, Acura's super handling all-wheel drive, or Shroud, I think,
Shod.
is spectacular. The only downside for me, other than the fact that like is way tighter on the inside than it looks like on the outside, is the tech was really frustrating. They were still using Acura's
Yeah.
True Touch interface, which is
Yeah, that was
like
so
the
stupid.
touchpad that isn't it's not like a trackpad. It's like mapped to the screen.
Yeah.
It never works quite as well as it's
want it
supposed
to.
to on paper. But tech is also one of those things like just throw in a new touch screen. Like that's
Yeah.
such an easy mid-cycle.
Didn't they do
update
that
or
on the
something.
MDX? And
They did do it on.
MDX.
They
got
did
rid
do
of
it on the
yeah.
MDX. But the TLX, the sales weren't there, so they said we're just gonna axe it. And I get it.
Yeah.
But this is a segment that is not growing, and it's just a little tough every time you lose a good one.
Yeah, I'm bummed at how many things that are being discontinued are sedans. Like we're just in this.
They're all sedan. I mean, look at them all.
I don't like what it says about our country and the sea of sameness that we have on the roads. Like, ugh, God. And we're all playing this big game of chicken on like, I have to have a bigger vehicle because everyone else has a bigger vehicle, and then it's got to get bigger and bigger.
That's exactly what's happening. Yeah, that's a great point.
I don't like it.
Well,
I think it's funny that I laughed when I saw that the Chevy Malibu is on this list because I was like, oh, they still make that?
Yeah,
The Chevy
that was
Malibu is
my
like that
take.
movie star
Yeah.
where you're like, did so-and-so die or are they still alive? Like,
Yes.
like an 80-year-old movie star. There's like lots of, I don't want to name anyone, but they're like, someone asks you about like, oh, do you see like, that movie? And they're like, oh, is that person still around? I'm not sure. I could go either way. That's how I reacted when I saw the Malibu. I was like, I thought that was discontinued. Cool.
No, it's just doing straight to TV movies. It hasn't been.
I
in
have no
theaters.
opinion
It
about
hasn't
it.
been in theaters in years.
I'm not
So-
sad to see it go. I want to be clear, but I saw that on there and was like, I didn't even know that was even still in play.
So does the Malibu leaving fit your narrative of being sad that we're losing sedans? Because I like Dave, I didn't realize the Malibu was still around.
I did know it was still around, but also like Dave, that one doesn't really sting
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, no, I don't think no one.
Yeah,
They're gonna shed it to you.
Maybe
to
the
have to be
Hertz,
like, it's-
the Hertz rental counter, it might
Yeah.
sting because that's the only place you saw
Exactly.
them. But-
It's one fewer sedan, and it's one more manufacturer that's not making a single car. I mean, aside from the Corvette, I guess, but like that's special.
Yeah, but that's a
right?
segment. Is that Chevy's outside of electrics? Do they have another sedan in there? No, that's it.
They don't even have an electric.
Chevy and
sedan.
Ford have given up on
I guess I was
sedans.
thinking of the Bolt, but that's coming
They were
back,
not
and it's
that
not
good
really a
at them.
sedan.
Not a sedan.
Yeah,
No,
I guess
not at
so.
all.
It really, yeah.
And Chevy would really
They would
prefer
not.
if you thought of that as an SUV.
Sure. Yeah, that's an SUV.
yeah.
Okay. So Natalie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you wanted to talk about the Malibu.
Yeah, the Malibu was not your pick.
No, it was
Yeah, that was not. Yeah, sorry.
It's not one of the ones I'm mourning. Lexus RC though.
I wondered if you were going to bring that one up.
sad, but
well,
surprised.
well, no, but that says something about. general about the average person, and I guess what we're looking for and what we should be looking for, what I wish everyone was looking for. So Lexus RC Radical Coupe.
Perfect for the average person.
That's
Right?
what it stands
That's
for.
what it stands for. Did you not watch my RCF video?
Oh, such a good
watched-
video.
Matthew.
Matt.
I have so much
Tisk,
content
tisk.
to watch.
Come on.
It's all the content. It's
Matthew, how
There's a
could you?
lot. Was
Matt
it
does
recent?
manage all the content
Was
in
it
the US.
recently?
No, it was
No,
last summer.
it wasn't. Was it months and months?
It was
and months
it was
ago?
at least a
2
year.
summers ago,
was
actually. It was summer 2024.
Keep going. I'll find out exactly what
Natalie
it was.
takes
This is why
notes
you were
on
Duke the
everything we
editor.
say. We need to start taking notes on everything she says.
So I drove the RCF Track Edition, which
Yeah.
was awesome in a lot of ways. Similar
On the track?
What's that?
On the track?
No.
No, alas.
No.
Okay.
They have
Alas.
rules.
No,
Yeah.
and I didn't have it for a full week. It was after the Ragtop Ramble.
I bet
so
they would. They'd been fine with you driving on the track.
probably
Toyota's cool.
Yeah, they're pretty chill. But it was great. I loved it. It was more comfortable than you might think and quieter inside because it is, after all, like a luxury coupe platform. So in that way, a little bit oxymoronic. But I really enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, track edition of a GT car is kind of like
A lot of carbon fiber.
a
Right?
lot of
Lot
carbon
of carbon
fiber,
fiber.
a lot
A lot of
carbon fiber.
edges.
Yeah.
A lot of edges and wedges.
Yeah. I remember really liking that a lot of times, like the track kind of bucket seats feel like they're made for a much bigger person, but in this car, the seats seem to fit me really well, which was nice.
Yeah, I think the toughest part about seats like that, like the M2 has these seats.
If you pay a lot of extra money.
They
it
are.
does.
It's not necessarily that they're for a bigger person. They are for a very specifically sized human being.
Yes.
It's like if you are outside that what do you call this? The curve.
The bell curve?
Bell curve?
Yeah. Standard deviation. If you're outside of
There you
standard
go.
deviation of this particular size, then you just can't
It's just
sit
not
in
gonna
it.
work,
It's not,
yeah.
it doesn't
not
work
gonna
on
work.
either end. On either end.
Yeah. But anyway, RC overall, not just the track edition.
Yeah.
The whole thing is going away, and I think that's a bummer. I think it's a cool, another Japanese sedan that's not costing you quite as much as German rivals, but is excellent in a lot of ways, and I think it's a shame. But I understand.
I thought they looked great too.
Yeah.
Really
Agreed.
Cool looking
I mean,
car.
Yeah.
And it, they didn't really keep it that up to date. It was getting to be a little bit dated, but it also was kind of like, does it need to be updated?
Yeah,
It's
I remember
pretty great.
the tech was pretty bare bones.
The tech was pretty bare bones.
but it's like that's okay because that's not what it's for.
exactly.
It's for the zooms.
Exactly. And it did what you needed. And
Yeah.
I'm like living in CarPlay anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, well, it does feel like just by and large we're losing the fringe cars. The kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, we did this because
Exactly
it was
what's
interesting. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
everything is kind of moving towards the middle, and we don't have it's not just we don't have the Ford Focus. We don't
Yeah.
have the Ford Focus wagon, the Ford Focus hatchback. Now it's like we just have the Bronco Sport.
Yep.
Like there is no different version of it. There's nothing interesting there. And the RC was a great example of like Lexus had this platform sort of, and they were like, well, let's see where we can put it. And now they've said, we actually need to put all our money towards the NX.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
it's a chicken or the egg kind of question. Is that automakers doing it, or is it consumers just no one was buying an RC? So then automakers who are in the business of making money are not going to build a car that no one's buying, right? Like, who's to blame? Are we to blame as consumers, or is it automakers? Is it just everybody?
I guess it's got to be consumer demand, right? But then,
Right.
Yeah, if they can
Exactly.
make money, they will.
yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Change your marketing plan. These cars
Oh
were
my
awesome.
gosh, Matthew.
They were great.
Yeah. Oh,
People loved
I
them.
agree.
Yeah.
I
Does the
totally
RC
agree. Maybe
I'm on team consumer.
Maybe we're to blame because we need to be telling more people about these
Hey.
really cool cars.
Well, go watch Natalie's review. I guess it doesn't matter. It's discontinued. but-
buy a used one because they're going to be worth
maybe,
a lot
yeah,
in a
you
little
could get it
while.
on CarGurus
I think
used.
I
Yeah.
said in my video it's going to be like one of the next LFAs, which are now averaging
You were
close
right.
to $1 million.
This is
Well, you're
not
talking about the
financial
V8.
advice.
You're talking about the V8
Natalie's
version.
advice.
It is the V8, yeah.
Yeah.
same
The mainstream
one
one,
as
you
What's
could
that?
it's probably got a pretty good. The mainstream RC, you could probably get a pretty good deal on used. But you're
Yeah.
talking about the V8 is what will be the collectors. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. The
Yeah.
V8 and same one they put in the LC500. Obviously a different state of
Mm-hmm.
tune, but yeah, it's a solid engine.
I've got a Fringe car that's being discontinued.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Let's hear
does.
You guys know what I'm going to say.
I have a guess.
Nissan
Should we write it on a
Altima.
paper? And
Wait, actually, yeah. Should we? Should we guess?
It's not on this list. It's on the. Oh, did we add it at the bottom?
Oh.
potentially.
You know,
Go for it. What is it?
did. I guess I could have known.
it's a Fringe car, the Kia Soul.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of it doesn't fit into a clean bucket, but they sold
exactly.
plenty
And
of
I think
them.
that's-
Like,
I
the
was
consumer
wrong.
demand. It seemed like it was there.
I thought Dave was
But
going to
I
say
think part of what
ZDX
hurt it, it didn't fit into a clean bucket. I think consumers were like, I don't know. It bums me out because I was such, and we've talked about this before on the pod.
Yeah.
We're all big fans of that car.
I think
The
6
Kia Soul.
episodes in a
You
row,
have
the Soul came up as a, this is a great car.
incredible visibility, incredible practicality. Not the most boring car to drive. I mean, they made a turbo version that was kind of zippy and fun. It was cool. It had character. It had practicality. I think it didn't quite fit into that, like you were saying, that narrow definition of this is an SUV, this is a crossover, or this is a sedan or hatch. It was just sort of like this amorphous square. Then people, I don't know, they didn't sell enough of them apparently.
It was almost
bummed.
It was almost like the auto journalist's car. We're like, it doesn't have
we-
front
we all-
wheel
we
drive,
all loved
but you
it.
don't really need it. It doesn't have any ground clearance, but you don't really need it.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Wait, so question.
But it's true.
yeah.
Do you guys think that
made an electric,
something like
too.
the Ioniq 5 is going to suffer the same fate where like they're calling it a crossover because we know everyone wants a crossover, but it's not really that high and it's not really that much of an SUV?
It's a
I don't
great
think
question.
yet. I think the Ioniq 5 has enough organic interest, and it is cooler, it has more street cred. It is also objectively a very well executed EV. I think that has a much longer lifespan.
Okay. I am inclined to agree, but I'm also concerned about like the ZDX and
Yeah.
the Prologue going away so fast. That
Plus, that
Well, those are kind of, yes, the ZDX is a bummer because I like that car. I think Acura and Honda are pivoting to proprietary
Yes.
EV systems. So at a certain point, they're going to have to phase out the Prologue as well. The ZDX, they never sold those, which is a bummer, but you
Well-
could get them for like $200 a month as a lease deal here in California.
I
They
got the
clearly were just
impression
not
that
popular.
they weren't manufacturing them. So like they were still selling 2024 model. And maybe that's because they didn't move to 25 because they weren't selling the 24s. But I read, and granted, there's no analysis or expertise behind this statement at all. I just thought that was, we're not turning these off the line. So it was a production issue, more of a demand issue. But then I guess they also were very expensive.
Well, and if you bought one, the lease
Yeah.
deals were insane on those things. But I'm sad to see the ZDX go. I do think those are like extenuating circumstances. The Aria, that's a bummer. I don't know if Nissan is sort of trying to push all their EVs into their new Leaf, which is by all accounts pretty compelling. But the Aria was a bummer too because that was a good size, good range. Maybe not everyone liked the styling, but I thought it was perfectly fine. I liked it. I think for a $250 a month, $300 a month lease.
I
That
feel
was
like
great.
the Aria situation has to be, they must have been losing money on those. And Nissan it's not as financially solid as Honda, let alone like a Toyota.
To put it
or
mildly.
whatever. Yeah.
Nissan's not doing
And
great.
I think they were just like, listen, we need to take some of this burnt cash off the books. We all love the Aria. It's really good. We invested all this money in producing it.
Yeah.
But if
a bummer.
we're losing money each month selling them, we got to stop selling them. Because I agree that was a really good EV. Still is a really good EV.
yeah, the
It
Aria
never
was
seemed
going
to
to
get
be
attention.
It was the
never
one
seemed
I
to,
was going to
like-
bring as the surprise because I'm not as in tune with the sales numbers as some other people. I'm in tune with the car and what we think about it as a car to buy, not if people are buying them, if that makes sense. Yeah. And I loved the Aria. I had the one. Was it the Platinum E-Force? I think it was. It had
The trim length
Yeah.
it's too much.
It had the blue
The
leather
naming was
interior.
awful.
Like the rose
yeah, it was
gold
way
and
too
the-
confusing.
Yeah, and blue leather interior and had the wood grain kind of front info or climate area.
the lights coming through.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
has
a
that
really
like
cool
lamp.
car.
console. Yeah, has that like wood, and then the lights are sort of and the buttons are underneath it, and so whenever.
But there's a little bit of haptic feedback, so it's not purely
Yeah.
just a touch. It's there's a little something that comes back.
It was pretty cool.
I like that car a lot, and anecdotally, I feel like I see a lot of them around here, at least.
Oh, interesting. I don't know that I ever see the Aria.
We see them. We
There's
see them
one that
around
parks
LA.
on my
Not
street.
as
There's a ZDX in my neighborhood that I see a fair amount. And a
Oh.
couple of Prologues.
I feel confident saying I've never seen a ZDX.
There's
no,
a blue
I've never recognized a ZDX
So
on in public.
It's real recognizable with that silver panel on the bottom.
I'm
Too.
just
So
like,
you would if you.
if I saw it, it didn't register in my brain.
So you've mentioned the Prologue a couple times. I know the ZDX is, well, I guess there's a question of what's happening. Is the Prologue still continuing as normal, or is that when we expect to?
I guess I thought it was
Finish
being
out 2016.
I give it a
discontinued,
year.
but apparently,
I give it one more year.
I was
and then it's gone.
incorrect.
Yeah.
Which is good. I'm glad.
Yeah, that does feel like they're just changing their manufacturing plans because they were building the Prologue and the ZDX in partnership with GM, but they're
That was always the
investing
plan.
in their own Ohio plants to build EVs.
Or to
So,
change
yeah,
powertrain.
It was a short term play. That was always the plan of like it gets them something for 2 years on the market.
I guess-
and then there were mandates at the time that gets people happy, and then they have a proprietary one.
And I suppose it's unlikely that they move the Prologue name to whatever they end up building themselves because they run the risk of it not being as good as the GM Prologue. But if that
Well,
does
look at the name. The name itself,
if it
like,
is the case, it's like
it's
like,
called
no,
a
no,
Prologue.
this isn't a car. This is just a Prologue.
Exactly. Yeah. No, there won't be another.
How
one.
clever! It's like they told us from the start.
Yeah, like this is only going to be here for 4 or 5 years,
That's what I'm saying.
and then we're moving on.
But the Prelude, meanwhile,
Yeah.
Anyway,
So something that, again, maybe I shouldn't be surprised. The Mercedes-Benz EQB. And Matt, we've talked about this thousands of times. The amount of eyeballs a video gets doesn't have anything to do with the sales of a car.
What are we talking about
But
right
the EQs routinely,
We don't talk about the views.
the EQs routinely didn't seem like there was much interest behind them. There would be very little
Right.
feedback on the video. It seemed like people weren't watching them.
Well, on the EQB, above all, it was like this was not a vehicle that was actually made for the United States market.
Yeah.
It's like this weird, it's the size of a Forester, but was the EQB available with the third row seat, or is that just the GLB? Does anybody know? Does anybody know?
I am not sure. But is anyone else surprised by the EQB leaving? And do we think more EQs are going to
No.
follow behind?
you mean follow
I
like
think
be
they've confirmed
discontinued?
that.
Yeah.
They're like the next generation of things they will do, kind of like BMW does, where there's like the i5 and then the 5 Series. It's the same car externally, and then underneath, the platform or the powertrain is different. I think the EQ, they're going to fold it into back into the Mercedes line and just have electric versions of their existing cars. The EQ,
We're seeing, like,
I
the
didn't mind the
GLC
EQB.
with EQ. Yeah.
It was the other EQs were just very it was one of these no wonder these are not selling well, right? Like the EQS, the EQE, the sedan, and the SUV. First of all, they looked weird. They looked like suppositories. The build quality,
I was sitting here being like, are we gonna talk about it? Are we gonna-
the materials inside were not great.
Yeah.
And they had this old school way of rolling out the horsepower,
Bless you.
so they didn't have a lot of. They didn't have a lot. Bless you. They didn't have a lot of horsepower
you,
relative
Dave.
to other EVs. It was one of these very poorly executed strategies, I think, by Mercedes. So the fact that any of the EQs would be continued would be a surprise.
Yeah.
I do remember driving the GLB and being like, oh, this is nice. This is like a luxury Subaru Forester. And I kind of liked that.
That size I actually like more. Yeah.
The
It was
EQB
the higher end stuff that
was
wasn't.
available with an optional third row of seats, which I think really does speak to how weirdly thought out that product was.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Well, like you said,
What
that's
is it?
That's a
Who's it for?
European
Yeah,
market
exactly.
Kind of
car.
a bit of a theme with a lot of the things we're bringing up.
well, but like some of the cars on this list, the Infiniti QX50, this one was a shocker to me because it's
100 years old.
yeah,
but it's a 2-row compact luxury crossover. This is as if BMW was like, you know what? We sell a lot of X5s. We're not going to sell the X3 anymore. Like if you're a luxury brand, you would think that you would need entry-level luxury products to get people
Let's
to
just
buy
make
your
sure that
brand.
they're not. Hang on. Let's just make sure that they're not taking a year off, because some of these lists, like the Kia Telluride was on
Yeah,
there.
the
But they're
Telluride
like,
came
it's
up.
just gone
Yeah,
for 2026
honestly-
because it's a model year change. It's that doesn't count as being discontinued.
Yeah.
I
Was
wouldn't be
the-
surprised if Nissan and Infiniti were like, we don't really know what 2 years from now is going to look like. But similarly, Nissan Altima, Subaru Legacy, Audi A4. Granted, nobody bought the Legacy.
Yeah.
But these were cars that people bought and were well-known nameplates. And all of a sudden, like my
Well,
cousin's going
there's
to go car
again-
shopping and be like, what do you mean I can't get an Altima?
The Altima surprises me. The A4 is just really they're streamlining their nomenclature, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
But,
like
like-
some of these, there's
Which I appreciate.
extenuating
For, like, get rid of
circumstances.
the alphanumeric. Name your cars. I want cars to
I
have
like a name.
names. The alphanumeric
Audi
is
has no interest in
confusing
doing
to me.
that.
My-
but like, why get rid of the A4 for the A5?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah, agreed.
the A5 is a road.
It used to be that the even numbers were
Yeah,
Audi and the odd were Volkswagens.
my uncle he might have bought the last Subaru Legacy, and my brother-in-law just bought or leased an Altima. So these cars are still being picked up by people. There's still an audience of people that
The Altima, I
that
can't.
likes
The
the
Altima, I
sedan.
get. It was always the stepchild of the sedans. I mean, like when you're up against the Toyota Camry, the Honda Accord, the Kia, the K5, the Hyundai Sonata. Those are such well executed cars that if you're not bringing like your total A game and developing and putting a lot of money into their competitors, that's why Ford is out of that segment. That's why Chevy's out of that segment. If you're not crushing it, get out. Put your money in other segments where it's better suited.
But
And
Nissan
it's
has-
a bummer, but like the
they've
Altima was always like
succeeded-
an also-ran.
Nissan has succeeded with being like the B student in the honors class for years. The Pathfinder is not the best 3-row out there, but it's priced right and it does what you need and people
pretty good.
buy it. The Sentra, we
Pathfinder
talked
is
about
better
this
in its segment.
last 2 weeks ago. Same situation.
No. The Pathfinder is better in its segment relative to how the Altima is in its segment.
Well, sure,
Pathfinder,
it's been redesigned more
So-
recently.
No, that's not it. No, the
not it.
Altima was always just sort of they didn't put enough into it and it didn't succeed. So I get it's a bummer, but like I get it from a business standpoint. I'm not surprised.
All right, Dave
I will
gets
say
it.
the X4. Glad to see that one go. That is a weird looking car. The proportions were awful. I'm like, okay, see ya.
And the X4 was
BMW
kind of like
X4.
where you start splitting hairs. Like I was saying, it's weird to get rid of the QX50 because that's akin to getting rid of the Q3 or the GLC. But the X4 was like, what if we made two X3s and we just
But made one of them really ugly.
yeah,
And,
maybe we could sell
yeah,
twice
it was
as
like,
many.
Turns
out
it
that
was
that's not
like
what
baby
happened.
boomer real estate agents who were driving them around. I was never a fan. It's nice to see that one go.
So we have a couple Cadillacs on the list. Dave, I feel like you've been in a lot of our Cadillac reviews. Matt, I know you've done a couple. Have you done a Cadillac? I'm not sure.
I don't think I've done a Cadillac for us.
I think of because I shot one with Matt
Yeah.
and Dave's done a ton on the West Coast. Are these
None of these
surprising?
are good. No, they're all terrible.
Okay, good.
Maybe they're not terrible. I take that back. Maybe they're not terrible, but like just not like the XT6. I went when they first launched the XT6. I went on that drive. Just it was like what there. It was not particularly luxurious. It didn't feel particularly refined. The amenities, the styling was kind of lukewarm. It was like there was no reason to buy that car. It was up against such strong competition, and I feel like they just phoned it in, and they never kind of recovered from that. In the previous episode, I was talking about how much I am impressed by Cadillac's EV lineup.
Yeah.
It seems like while they were developing all the EVs that are now out, they were just letting all of the gas crossovers and SUVs wither on the vine. And so now we're seeing them getting cut because it's like they didn't put the right development into them. They're not great.
The Jaguar with the F-Type. That could maybe be a whole episode on itself. But is anyone surprised by
be.
the F-Type leaving? And I assume this is a casualty of their shift to full EV. Is that still happening? It's been a while since I've heard Jaguar.
So,
No one has any idea.
It's been a bit.
Yeah, who knows what Jaguar's plans are? The F-Type. I don't know. I mean, I know one guy who bought one.
Sure.
We all know
We
him.
all
We
know
love him. It's one of those cars when you see it, you're like, one of us. Like a discerning shopper who probably is not terrified of repairs. Not to say that's any of us. We're all terrified of repairs, but it's a great sports car.
Yeah.
And I mean, particularly like when you could get the V6 with the manual, it felt like a pure sports car that was also a Jaguar. Like these are special cars. Not surprised to see it's being discontinued. Like every Jaguar.
It had
is
a
being
good run.
discontinued.
It's been around for a long time. I remember in 2013, I remember driving that for the first time. So it had a good for a sports car. It was coupe and convertible and
the
all different
SVR,
engines you could get in it.
The V8 ones would rip. The supercharged V8, they were so
They were
fast
loud.
and they sounded
The exhaust,
great.
Yeah, they were cool.
But
I'm not surprised. I think that's any sports car. I think we got 12 good years out of it. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean, not by Miata standards, but yeah.
No, but way significantly better than the Toyota Supra.
Definitely better than the Toyota Supra, which is another shame, I think.
I know.
Yeah, who wants to?
Well, I think that they are also, aren't they coming out with, they have plans in like the next year or so.
To replace
Doesn't
it?
Toyota?
I don't
To
know.
have a sport-minded, aren't they launching GR as like a sub-brand, like a performance, and there will be a GR sports car in another 3 years?
I mean, that's
What is
what
it
they
gonna
had
be,
with the
like
Supra.
I know. I just think
GR86 GR?
I mean, the sales were not there. I think, sports cars are such low volume.
Yeah.
Buy them while you can.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure.
And if you don't, they're not going to make them because there's such a low volume. They had to split that development with BMW, or actually let BMW do most of it. The volumes are not there for $60,000 sports cars. So you've got to find, if it exists, you're going to build it with another brand. And then it's also not going to be around for very long.
So do we think the
because
Nissan
business
Z is
cases
going?
or it's going to be around for a super long time because you're like, we got to, amortize the bejesus out of it for the
Yes.
next 10 years.
Well,
We're
honestly,
not touching it.
that might be why the
Jaguar.
F-Type lasted as long as it did.
True.
Yeah. They have all that investment.
Yeah.
So I think the last couple that are on the list that we had compiled, which again not exhaustive, the Volvo S60 and S90. Was the S60 the car you mentioned?
I
You
did.
wish. So
I did
when I think of
mention
Volvo, I think class, I think elegance, I think Natalie. What do you? what are these surprising? Are these sad?
Well-
What's your take on the Volvos,
Again-
Natalie?
Extenuating circumstances. Isn't the S90 built in China and now?
Yeah.
So
That's- that's true.
that alone, like the business case.
What is that?
dead, so you can't-
100% tariff at the moment?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how good it was.
Yeah. Alas, that is
Are you sad to
true.
see that one go?
I am sad to see that one go. Although, I mean, I'd probably be buying one used anyway.
Sure.
But and those are not just going to magically disappear. They're out there and will be for a while. But yeah, the S60 in particular, I really continue to like. I know I did a video on it, so
Yeah.
you can watch that and hear everything I thought about it. But yeah, I think it's right sized. I think it's really good looking. It's not flashy, but it's attractive. And talk about
Timeless style.
what's that?
Timeless style.
Timeless style. And talk about when you see someone driving one and you think kind of like, oh yeah, that
yes.
they get it. That person gets it.
My aunt
Yeah.
bought
You
one.
respect it.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
so proud
Does
of her.
she get it?
Yeah, I think she
She
gets it.
Is she one of us?
She's a very fashionable lady for
Nice.
sure. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I like the S60 a lot. Did she get the wool seats or the leather seats?
I don't know. She got the PHEV.
Too much detail.
She's excited that she doesn't have to buy gas.
She
Ever
knows
again.
she has to plug it in, right? Because I know a few people who are driving PHEVs and not
Yes.
plugging them in.
She's in Matt's family.
It's like,
What are you doing?
I don't know what this door right here does, but I just
We had
don't
a
open
lengthy
it.
conversation
Oh, we get terrible
about
gas mileage.
the merits of the PHEV and also how we need to look into our residential electricity rates in New Jersey so we can be sure that we're actually saving money on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think she's very happy with it.
Well,
She
wait.
bought it used.
If she brought the if she brought the PHEV, she can't be too worried about saving money. Like that's the expensive play. So don't tell me she's out there rubbing two nickels together like after buying.
I will not
the
say
premium
one
version
way
of
or
the
the
car.
other about my dear aunt. But they she did buy a very lightly used one. She talked me through the deal.
Yeah.
It sounded like she got a
Sounded
pretty
okay.
pretty great deal.
CPO situation.
It wasn't a CPO.
But obviously she used CarGurus to find it, right?
Without
Obviously,
doubt.
she used
Obviously.
Matt to
Yeah.
find it.
I mean,
Obviously.
even if she didn't, why would you use any other website?
Exactly.
I didn't know there are other websites.
I think we all
What's the
feel very
website?
confident saying that if you're shopping for a used car, CarGurus is the website to use.
The website to use.
Okay. So is there anything else that we've missed that you guys want to highlight? One thing I came across that I don't think is on the list, I just want to bring it. The Jeep Wagoneer is leaving, but not the Grand Wagoneer.
Well, again,
Is
that's
that-
like, hang on.
This is a reshuffling.
Is that interesting?
Yeah.
Is it
No, they're
anything?
renaming it.
My understanding of the situation is that so initially they tried to sub-brand Wagoneer.
Sure. It's
Yeah,
not a Jeep,
Wagoneer.
it's a Wagoneer.
So actually on our website for a while, they were
was
listed as the
Wagoneer,
Wagoneer, which was
Yeah.
frustrating. We've since rectified this issue, thanks to Jeep coming to their senses and realizing that they're Jeeps.
Yeah.
But the Grand Wagoneer was like the $100,000 one,
Yeah.
and the Wagoneer was the $70,000 to $80,000 one. They're all now just Grand Wagoneers.
Yeah.
So Wagoneer
And they're Jeeps.
is out. Yeah.
And
So
they're
it's
Jeeps.
Jeep Grand Wagoneer,
they're
but
Jeeps.
it starts at a much lower price.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so technically it still exists. You can go buy one. I also think the Audi Q8 e-tron, just as a note, Audi is also sort of reshuffling their whole EV SUV lineup. So that's more. I mean, a Q6 is practically the same, or Q6 e-tron is practically the same size. I was looking up on CarGurus very lightly used Q8 e-trons. Oh my God, they're giving them away. Go get one. Like $35,000 gets you a really nice one, and your
Fabulous
neighbors will think you
Christmas
just
presents.
spent a little. Yeah,
Stocking
put
stuffer.
it in my driveway.
Stocking
It is
stuffer.
that season. Big red bow on the hood of a car.
Oh, what a
And your
frustrating
neighbors-
commercial.
I think Lexus has a trademark on that one.
I love the
Maybe a
Mercedes
January to
commercial with
remember.
like all the different ones.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Santa drive gets me.
Hey,
But anyway.
Take us home, Elliot. I can feel us circling.
well, we're circling, but it's December, so we're in the holiday season. So I love you talking about the holiday commercials because we're seeing them now.
I'm
Super
thrilled
exciting.
that Halloween commercials are over too. I hate a scary commercial. I hate being ambushed with that when I'm just trying to watch like Frasier reruns or something.
Sound like my 4-year-old.
That's an insight into Natalie's life. I love it. Well, hopefully there aren't a lot more cars showing up on this list because it's sad when we leave. With that, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I see you next week.
Thanks for your time, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for your time. Have a great
Including you
week.
guys.
All right.